Hmm. All right, let's see. I don't know if I even have audio on at this point.
All
Um,
right,
I
let's
mean,
see.
okay, it looks like audio's working. Okay, so if I can see audio or hear audio in my playback of the live stream, then yes, I have audio. We're good on Twitch, we're good on Kick, and we're also good on YouTube, I believe. So thank you guys for joining me. What's up, Major Duck? How are you doing today? Ryan, good morning to you as well. Um, Sam, um, I don't know how to say. I don't know if that's your like first name or what. I don't know how to say it. But Sam, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Uh, Spud, good morning to you as well, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out the channel. It helps out growth. I know there was a lot of videos on Shiba Inu that was created this weekend, and I was hopeful. This was a very important weekend, right? It really shows kind of the cards, and where Shiba Inu is headed. And a lot of times when you look at Shiba Inu, or you look at any position that has any type of hype coming on, or any type of big news that's supposed to happen or supposed to drop, you'll see different things that happen. Whether it's a buy the rumor, sell the news, or you even see that, um, you know, I guess you don't typically see this, but buy the rumor, buy the news, you see the hype that builds through and the absolute skyrocket of those things happening. Typically, one thing that you do see that with is something as big as like the Bitcoin halving, where that absolutely has a build up to it, and then even has a further build afterwards, which is a very important place to be in the markets, right? If you're in the markets at those times, you make a ton of money. You end up turning a little bit into a lot, life-changing amounts. So let's just hope for that. But when it comes to Shiba Inu and Shibarium, we expected to see more of a bigger push leading up to it, right? And honestly, like I said in plenty of videos, it really all depends on where the market is. And it's crazy, right? Because anytime you see anything that was supposed to be popular, that's launching, that's big for crypto, it seems, the SEC or some sort of news that comes out of, just approval of adoption gets kind of turned down, or I guess in theory would get turned down, right? So it's like it's a little bit of an issue there, because I know there's some stuff going on with the Bitcoin ETF, and that is just a big form of adoption. And the fact that people don't approve of it, and I understand some people's sides why you wouldn't approve of the Bitcoin ETF, and being a large part of it, but understanding that you're giving yourself a longer term hold onto this position. Yes, it doesn't make it easily accessible for a lot of people, but it's something that proves that there is adoption with institutions that are behind it. So um, this is definitely something that, I don't know. I'm asking the question, like, should we be worried, or is this a good thing? Is this going to just be a complete buildup? But honestly, again, it all depends. I bought SHIB at 0.000011, and been waiting to sell this thing. So you bought it at, oh, you bought it at 0.0000, like before it ended up increasing. So right now, close to where you are right now would be basically break even. So before it dropped below the 40 level to 50 level, you bought. Or did you buy when it was at a 50 level, you decided to buy as it did increase to a 40 level? When did you decide to actually purchase it? Was it more recent, or was it a while ago? Good morning, Matt. Notifications worked on YouTube. Well, that's great that they did, Zahir. And so sometimes they do work depending on how many videos I post. So notifications will go out. Let's say if I only post one or two videos, notifications will go out of my live stream the next day, as long as it's spaced out the right way. But usually when I post like 3 videos plus a live stream, that's typically where they're like, all right, well, notifications won't always go out to everybody, because honestly, that could be too many notifications. Now, what I did notice was before YouTube would bundle them together. So if you did have a notification, and then you had a newer video that posted and they didn't check that notification, they'll say like Matt Perry has uploaded 2 new videos. And I don't know if they still do that, like they add to the notification, but if you get a notification, swipe out of it, I don't think you get another one. So that's just how that works. Now, Shiba Inu isn't going to run like people think. Everyone is going to be disappointed. I mean, it could be a possibility. And Shiba Inu should run. Honestly, it should. But like I've said, it depends on what the market's doing. And Shiba Inu may have a little bit of an impact, but if the market is insanely red, then SHIB probably won't see any type of a push. It'll have a lot of volume, but it won't see a big push because there'll be people that are fighting back, selling the position. Hi, bro. Do you really think Shibarium will launch on Wednesday? I have my doubts. I mean, when you look into the what's it called? Why can't I think of the name? Bitcoin Futurist Conference. When you look into this conference, you can see that on at least part of the docket, right? You see Summer of Shibarium, and you're talking about maybe it's more news to Shibarium. It could be a possibility, and where we may be getting everybody's hopes up for nothing, but from what we've understood and what we've read, the kind of the speculation, I guess, has been that Shibarium is going to launch at that time. They've been through a lot of testing. We've seen the stoppage of transactions that happened on the test version of it, and it makes sense that things would launch. If it doesn't, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know what would happen with SHIB. I don't know what would happen with SHIB investors. I don't know what would happen with Bone, honestly. But I think more people are hype about what Shibarium's going to do for Shiba Inu than just launching itself, even though we just want to see it launch so that we can see what it does. So honestly, I don't know. I think it's going to, just because of everything that I've seen, read, and currently see. Yeah. You bought at the top, thinking it would go higher. Yeah, see, I never, and I don't know if I said this during my SHIB video. Maybe I should have, or maybe I did. But typically when I see a rise like that, even if it's just 10%, and you think that it can go, 100% or 200% or whatever, you never buy during a green day. Or close to that. I mean, that is literally the top point, the peak point of where it has been in the last, I don't know, month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. So I would never, make that purchase. And again, you probably, if you bought at that point, you can learn from what this mistake was. And even though it may have a larger increase, thank you for subscribing, O'Reilly. But anyways, even though you may see this as, you saw that as an opportunity, it shows you maybe like when you should be looking into an investment, which typically people aren't looking for investing into a position while it's just insanely red. When you see Shiba Inu that's down by 20%, you're like, I don't want to invest into this. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense to buy into it. But that's the time you should be investing. If you are greedy while others are fearful, rather than being fearful while others are greedy, or actually doing both. If you are, let me see if I can get that right. If you are greedy while others are fearful, rather than being, fearful while others are fearful, you can end up benefiting in the end, because you would have benefited from this, gain that they did see from a level of like 0.00000, like 7 or 8, all the way up to 11, where you decided to buy at. So it's a tricky thing to understand, because in our mind, in the way we're thinking, green means go, right? You buy because it's green, right? We've had that ingrained in our system, in our head, and red means stop. don't buy, don't get into the market, don't do anything. But for a lot of investors, the most profitable investors buy when it is red, even though it's not officially at the bottom, right? It may not all the way be down at 0.000005 or something, but you may end up buying it at 5 zeros and a 6 or 5 zeros and a 7, which gives you that level, those different levels that you can sell at well above that, and it gives you growth potential. How to contact you, Matthew Ferry? Ferry is what you tried to say. Well, it's way far away from the P. The F is far away from the P. How to contact me? If I don't know if Twitter will work because I don't have my messages open. Um, Maybe I should open up my messages. So, um, maybe Twitter. Discord group is a way to contact me, as well as Patreon. I answer all those messages that are over there. So if you message me on Patreon, whether it's a $5 level or $20 level, feel free to message me and I respond back relatively quickly. I get notifications on my phone. So I try to limit a lot of the notifications that I get to just like YouTube, Twitter, and Patreon. And, just try not to get as much from everywhere else because it's a lot. Um, so I try and limit a lot of the stuff and only take private messages on certain places. And then my Instagram, I have certain, like family members that will only reach out to me and I talk to them back and forth. So people can message me, but it goes to a certain group or a certain category. Let's see, let's go back. Why do people think Shiba will run? Because of Shibarium. Good morning, crypto degens. If you get away from meme coins, you garner more of an audience. I've peaked over the years that farm coin, Lunic, Shib keeps me away. Well, I'm sorry that it keeps you away. I mean, I like to talk about these plays because they're positions that I have. So I mean, if you don't like the content that I create, I mean, it's my choice to create the content. So I appreciate you, coming over here and watching in any capacity for any other video. But hopefully you get the notifications when I do, create a video on Bitcoin or Ethereum, which I do when there's news, right? I try to talk about maybe the Bitcoin ETF. I try to talk about Litecoin halving. I try to talk about all these things, but they don't garner more views. It's about the popularity and also about what I'm holding. It's not only about just the popularity, but it's also about like those positions that I feel will make bigger moves than just seeing a 5x, right? And yes, it may be a guaranteed, at this point, like 3x maybe, and guaranteed 2x, and looking up to that 3x level. So for Bitcoin and Ethereum, because those two have already made a decent move, from Ethereum being at a level of $800 all the way up to about 2,000, made a decent move. Bitcoin going up to $32,000 while seeing it at 15, that's a huge move, right? You doubled in your price. For Ethereum, you more than doubled in your price. And now you're sitting at about a little bit below 50% of what the all-time high was for both of those. But then you see more of an opportunity in something like a Shiba Inu or Lunic or Farmcoin or Krillcoin or CRO, so, or XRP. Why bad news like FTX fall drops the market for a month, and good news like XRP case raised the market barely for a week? Are there only traders in crypto? So right now there's a lot of retail investors into crypto, and I would say what we're lacking is the institutional volume. The volume from places like banks, from places like firms, hedge funds, um, businesses, big money, right? People that have a ton in the market already and are looking to take some of their money that they gained from maybe their record profits that they had and now put it into cryptocurrency, right? Maybe 5% back into cryptocurrency. The reason why we lost so much traction is because institutional um, volume kind of left the market. And we see a lot of retail traders that also followed them. And now we see retail traders that are making a purchase really, really early and, getting it up to the levels that, they want to see it at to start. And then we see institutional volume come in eventually when crypto is confirmed as, not a kind of a flight risk, if that's what you want to say. Like it's a risk of losing everything because it could all be labeled a security. And then we have an issue where you can't trade those on exchanges and you don't have as much volume and it's a problem, right? So you need to make sure you have clarity, and we don't have clarity. That's probably the reason why. So you have XRP that's labeled as not a security, but what happened to the rest of the markets, right? What happened to the rest of the market where cryptocurrency besides Bitcoin is being labeled as a security? Well, I guess now besides Bitcoin and XRP. So, yeah. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, which I feel like you have had a chance to, hit the like button. It does help out. We're currently at 33 likes. I would like to get over 100 likes. I don't think we're going to be here for that long because I have both Harper and Hayden home with me today. So I have to take Hayden to daycare and then Harper's home with me. But yeah. And that's probably in like 30 minutes. Why would they release it before the halving? Still downside in crypto unless the ETF approval. Just stack while we can. Why would they release it? Well, obviously it's been long enough. And I think this is like the anniversary month since Shiba Inu has been created. So Shiba Inu was created in like August of 2020, and it's now August of 2023. So I don't know the exact date of when it launched. I would have to go back, or I can look on CoinMarketCap probably. But I believe this is the anniversary of actually launching for Shiba Inu, even though this ecosystem dev team has no. Sorry, I just read something and I got completely distracted as I read that. So, but yeah, I literally lost my train of thought. I hate when I do that. That's why I always look over here, because if I read new messages that are coming through or messages that interest me even a little bit, I get completely distracted. It's like those people that get distracted with a TV in the room, like my daughters, very, very distracted. Any TV that's in the room, they are not listening to anything you said, even though you say, hey, did you hear what I said? Like, yeah, I heard it. No, you didn't. But yeah, I mean, they decided to release it before the halving because of the fact that it is, I believe, the anniversary month of Shiba Inu. And again, they have no part in, not saying no part in creating Shiba Inu, but changing Shiba Inu, updating Shiba Inu, doing anything for that position itself. It's all about their ecosystem. Surprisingly, it's been very quiet for SHIB's price a day out of the conference. I know. So that might not necessarily be a bad thing, right? Because typically we see a buy the rumor, sell the news in a down market. But however, if we're not seeing that buy the rumor and the build up to the overall price, which we honestly should see, that means that people are waiting to see the larger benefit that Shibarium will have. The official launch could be a push to the price during that launch day, rather than seeing a buy the rumor, sell the news. So the launch, it would fall. You wouldn't see that because unless you're going to see a build up for the next, let's say 2 days or so. I've been through many crappy video game launches, and this looks like that. People hype it up and up, but it never delivers. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Good morning, Matt. What's the purpose of Shibarium? I'm seeing many videos and articles talking about it, but I'm not sure what the role plays in improving Shiba Inu. Can you provide your thoughts? So for improving Shiba Inu, right, it improves every cryptocurrency traded on that platform. One, because it doesn't, create that bottleneck, right? You're grouping up. So just think of it like this, right? They always go back to these lanes on the highway where you have multiple cars in these lanes on the highway, and they're all trying to get through. It's all a traffic jam. But if you take all of those drivers within those cars and carpool them up and put them through that lane, the highway, it's a much smoother process, right? It'll happen a lot faster. We can see it costs less because you're grouping people together, just like if you are carpooling. And that's really essentially what a layer two solution is. And these have been created, so it's not anything crazy. It's not anything brand new, right? Loopring has a layer two solution as well. Um, but the point is that this is from an insanely popular position that has, from the ecosystem dev team that basically not say that they control SHIB, but build around SHIB, and their most approved team to build around SHIB. I don't know why still at this moment, but they still are. So seeing that team build something with a 1.3 million, almost 1.4 million holders within SHIB and everything else that they created, could be something that massively increases volume because it doesn't cost as much. Because when you're trading, let's say from MetaMask to a MetaMask, it may cost you, $5 to $15 to $30, depending on what the gas fee is for Ethereum. But this time it'll cost you less than a penny. So it's about the cost, it's about the transaction times. That's really something that'll improve it. Now, also, you can see businesses that are building on Shibarium, building with Shibarium to be able to use cryptocurrency, as a form of payment, accepting payment, all these other things that improve the business kind of accepting money and burning Shiba Inu. So it's supposed to do a hell of a lot for people that use it. Now, I don't know exactly if you're going to have a lot of people and businesses and creators that are using it besides NFTs is what I'm seeing for the most cases, NFTs and people that are creating more and more NFTs. And it's just like, why do we need more? What is the purpose of those NFTs? So it's like, oh, it's just artwork. And I understand that it is just artwork. Some of them are not just artwork. It's just about money grabs, right? Artwork is different. Like if I see somebody have, a new creation that looks like a Jackson Pollock or something like that, then that is, artwork. And it's something that you can physically get the NFTs as well as the beautiful painting that probably comes in the mail to you, right? And having something like that could be an original from an aspiring artist, that's something different than having, a Shiba Inu dog with glasses on, like versus a Shiba Inu dog with grills in, and earrings and a hat, right? It's different. Yeah, it looks interesting. You're like, oh, well, I got this that I could put on my Twitter that cost me $300, and now it's at a value of $50. Come on. So NFTs are not. Some of them are just all hyped up. And that's just my opinion. That's why I was going to create some NFTs, but then I was like, why am I doing this? See, I even had my let me go over here real quick. I even had something, I don't even know where it is, honestly. I have to find it. Because I made, like, I had somebody draw up like some SHIB NFTs, like just the base, and then they drew up the base. I paid for it and everything like that, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Um, Historically, crypto has been read every year. What's your perspective about this coming September? So my hope is, I don't know about September. My hope is that by the end of the year, let's say fourth quarter, that we start to see crypto really see a rise, right? I'm not sure where the cases are going with the exchanges. I would hope that they would go quickly because of what happens with XRP or what happened with XRP. But if that truly does get an appeal, then it's all lumped together, and it may take another 2 years for that to happen. And it seems like this whole thing is just trying to prolong the inevitable, which is massive adoption of crypto. And they don't want that to happen, because if there's too much adoption of cryptocurrency, people may see the value in other currencies over Bitcoin, which is what majority of the government, the U.S. government, is investing in. Right? They just now believe in Bitcoin, um, and not anything else. And you see a lot of maybe government officials, politicians, just a lot of people in those higher seats that are getting comfortable with cryptocurrency, but only around Bitcoin. So everything else is a security besides Bitcoin. You show Bitcoin is this much more valuable than everything, even though there are Bitcoin like cryptocurrencies that are out there, but those are securities as well, apparently. So I really don't know, um, what their true plan is there, but I'm looking for the fourth quarter to have a bigger reaction. I was hoping to see one, Shibarium, seeing the build up to the Bitcoin halving, which will be a big thing. So fourth quarter, somewhere around October, November, December, the holiday months, as people are maybe starting to spend a little bit of money. Businesses are seeing some money as they put some of that money into investments. They already have investments, so why not invest into crypto? I don't know. It's all speculation. It's not 100% at all. I see all of the different predictions, and they all kind of flip the script for me. They all kind of change my mind just a little bit. Like, well, maybe it could be 2024, maybe it could be 2025, but it honestly, Jake, thank you for subscribing. Honestly, we don't know when the bull market's going to happen, and what September is going to look like, or what October is going to look like. I would hope October, November, December, we start seeing things, but we'll see. What is your opinion of Shiba Inu? This bull run continued growth in popularity and regain the trust of its holders. I think it has the trust. Shiba Inu has the trust. It's the blend together with the ecosystem dev team and Shiba Inu. People are looking at it like Shiba Inu is the ecosystem dev team, and the ecosystem dev team is Shiba Inu, and that's not the case. They are separate. Ecosystem dev team is building around Shiba Inu, Bone, Leash, Shibarium, Shiboshis, Metaverse, John Richmond, Wellies. All of these things were built around Shiba Inu and using Shiba Inu as a mascot. We believe that they are Shiba Inu because of the Twitter account that they do control, that has over 3 million followers. So with that being said, having 3 million followers, we follow everything that they're doing because we think that that is SHIB, but it's not SHIB. It's the people that are building around SHIB. SHIB cannot be changed. SHIB cannot be controlled. SHIB is not owned by anybody besides us, all of us together. So that's the difference between the two there. So I don't think it has a trust issue. I think we trust Shiba Inu because it's controlled by us, the community, not really changed by us at all, but just the reason why it grows is because of how much we support it. The reason why it gets listed on exchanges is because of the popularity and our support of it. The reason why we got it pushed to Robinhood and places that it maybe shouldn't have, is because of us. The reason why it is because of us. So I think Shiba Inu will have a massive impact in the bull run, just because how many people are holding and how many people will hold it at that point. So I'm excited for it, but who really knows who's going to try and take advantage of this next? Let's say. Thank you for liking. We got 141 likes, 141 people, and we got 62 likes. Guys, let's get those likes up to 100. That's that first goal, 100. Love the content. Thank you for saying that. The transaction fee is 1 cent. Then there is a million transactions. Then there's only 1 billion burn per day. Seems hopeless for SHIB. You're looking at it at a 1-for-1. You're looking at a transaction fee that's in SHIB, but it's in bone. So you're not looking at that many. You're looking at less. But yeah, you're right. It's it's not something that I feel strong about. I don't understand if it was me that was controlling, Shibarium, a 15-cent price, 20-cent price, 25-cent price is perfect. To have a standard price and never really move from that price. Yes, you'll have a certain fee that will be taken out for bone, and the amount that gets burned off for Shiba Inu will always be different, but it will definitely be way more than seeing a fraction of a penny. So I do think that that's a problem. I've always thought that that was a problem since they released the information. So the only saving grace is the fact that they can change anything that they want to on Shibarium to include whatever fee if they feel like it's not right. If it's not creating an impact, then they can do whatever they want with that fee, because they can set a fee price and have whatever the gas fee will be as well as whatever the burn rate will be. So anyways, like I said, on Ethereum, a 25-cent standard price is phenomenal. Like that's what I would go with. 10 to 25 cents, it would make an impact. You would see, let's say, 5 cents that go towards um, burning every single transaction or something, which is not crazy, but 5 cents that goes towards burning every transaction, and then see a certain amount that goes towards maybe development or something else. I don't know. Maybe you could even put 9 cents out of the 10 cents towards burning. It doesn't really matter, um, but that's what could happen. Will Blue Zell run more? I don't know what Blue Zell is. Let me show you guys the screen really quick. Give you a little bit of an update on what's happening in the markets and the reason why I'm saying, like, hey, should investors be worried? Well, we understand that there's the talk about the like kind of both sides of the Bitcoin ETF, whether it should be approved or not be approved, and whether we see an impact or we see a reason to have it or a reason not to have it, and all of that. So, but currently we're seeing a SHIB that's slightly up at 0.1%. If we scroll down here, we're starting to see things that maybe are turning around a little bit, but we're still at a loss, an overall loss of 0.04%, which is not crazy. It looks like it has decreased at the moment, but 0.04%. So seeing the market flat and seeing Shiba Inu that's supposed to have this thing that's supposed to come out, right? Shibarium, something that's very hyped within the community and within crypto in general. Um, we would hope to see Shiba Inu take off. Now, there could be a good reason and a bad reason to why this hasn't happened, right? It could be a bad reason where we're not going to see any type of movement, and people are just waiting to see if it is going to have an impact, and they already bought everything they bought at a low level of 0.00000, like 7 or 8, and now you're seeing it up to that drop zero level. So now people are waiting, and then you see it skyrocket from there. That could be the case. But then you could also see where people are waiting until the launch, and then when the launch happens, you'll see a massive amount of FOMO to where people are like, I'm upset that I'm missing out of this play, and you'll see it start increasing up 30%, 40%, 50%, 100%, whatever, right? That could be the case as well. But honestly, we don't know. Typically, when we have any type of news, we see a buy the rumor, sell the news. And we haven't seen that buy the rumor, sell the news yet, or at least the start of it, right? Um, Granted, we do have like 3 days um, to where the people believe the official launch will be, but I believe we're what someone said, 1 day out of the conference start. So that doesn't make sense to me why we wouldn't see any type of a push, but we will see. Anyways, everything else, right? Bitcoin is down by 0.07. Ethereum is down by 0.2. You're seeing BNB that's down by 0.1. Solana that's down by 1%. So things are looking more red than anything. And that's never a good thing whenever you see hype that could be built by Shiba Inu or any project. If you see anything red, you saw what happened to XRP, played catch up to the market, right? Came down to 62 cents rather than being at 95 cents or 94 cents. Now, what are 3 upcoming companies investors? Wait, What are three upcoming companies investors of Shiba Inu? What are three upcoming companies of investors of Shiba Inu? Um, I I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that. But if you're saying like, what are three companies that are going to utilize Shiba Inu, maybe like give it a use case. I know that right now, I think you still have the ability to like purchase tickets and like concessions or things that are online through AMC with Shiba Inu and their crypto service as well. I believe they added a bill pay service to where you can pay with Shiba Inu. Um, and I'm trying to think if there's another one off the top of my head, and I'm sure there is. There's I can't really think of that, but I don't know if that's where you're really going with it. I'm so hungry. We're gonna be getting off of here soon because I have to. I can hear Harper upstairs already, and I gotta go get Hayden ready so that I can take her to daycare. So 7:45, I'm hopping off of here. First time listening, very informative and easy going vibe. Keep it up, man. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. That's what I try and go for. I try and explain things without hyping everything up and giving you both sides of everything or every side that it does have. And, make sure you set up for whatever the worst case scenario is so that we understand that when it does perform better than that worst case scenario, we feel good about it. Even though we don't feel great about it by performing the best, it's somewhere in the middle. And we're like, yeah, you know what? It's not the worst, right? Um, Good morning, Dylan. Thank you for being here. And also, thank you for just, I guess, finding my stream and, um, being a part of it over here. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you're interested in more content, a lot of videos. And yeah, I'm rolling over my SHIB gains or you're rolling over your SHIB gains into Jasmine after the news. Well, hopefully it does push up. Yeah, hopefully it does push up because if it does push up at that time, then yeah, you can definitely do that. I still have the Jasmine that I have, which is like 600,000. I wanted to get to 1 million, but I haven't been investing in anything or putting more money into anything right now. Today should be green, especially for SHIB, Bone, and Bad AI. Well, let's see. Let's see. I mean, we have a whole day. Anything could happen for cryptocurrency in general, right? We're seeing X that's up about 38% or 39%. Matt, did you see what Lucy said about the layer 2? No. What was said? uh, what is it? Introducing Shibarium Layer 2, a game changer. Is this recent? Yeah, August 13th. The key ingredient, you'll need Bone to access its potential. Why? Enjoy ultra low transaction fees, freedom from centralized authority, and warp speed transaction. I don't know if you could say freedom from centralized authority. I mean, you have a group that literally controls Shibarium. That seems like that's centralized, right? Isn't it? I mean, yeah. Oh, oh yeah, yeah, I forgot the Chiefs and Saints were playing yesterday. But I'm not really a preseason person, but I'm always interested, I guess, to see football in general. It's just not exciting when you have like backups of backups that are in there. Um, SHIB burn, absolutely. Each transaction fuels the SHIB bonfire. Yeah, explain how much it actually is. Security first. Shibarium prioritizes security, even participating in hackathons for okay. Privacy priority. Uh, future plans involving integrating SSI to guarantee airtight asset security. Reminder, there's no official release date. That's not a good sign. Seeing that someone is saying hey, there's no official release date, like to come out here and go, all right, boom, 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 all these different points. Reminder: there's no official release date. If we're talking about how the 16th there, the 16th is there, and this is put out on the 13th of August, right? Yesterday, and there's stated there's no official release date, then that makes me think that, hey, are they even gonna launch it at this point? That's not the best sign at all. We're not centralized, says the centralized team. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There are some people using your name and doing scams under your name. I have seen that. They just don't fall for any of the scams that come in the comment sections that actually reach out to people on other sites like Instagram or Twitter. People will try and use my image and create a whole nother account in order to scam people out of their cryptocurrency. So know that I will never ask you for anything. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey, send me $10,000 worth of Bitcoin so that I'll give you $20,000. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna tell you to join my WhatsApp. The only thing I have here, and I will tell you literally live that I have a Patreon if you want to join that Patreon. I also have my Twitter, which I will tell you is at Perry8K, not at Perry with three R's, not at Perry with two eights, not at Perry with two at Perry8K with three Ks. It's just the um, only get the links from me and not from nobody can post links in the chat, but if somehow they get the ability to do that, don't ever trust that. He wants to know which company is looking into partnering with Shiba Inu. Um, not any that I know of that's looking to partner with Shiba Inu. Yeah, not any that I know of. Ones that can utilize Shiba Inu for purchase, but the the thing is, the devs never said the layer two will drop this month, so it's speculation. That's why the hype isn't hidden the right way. True, but speculation usually is a form of a larger hype builder, right? Rather than seeing a true launch date. A lot of times when you see a true launch date, it's a buy the rumor, sell the news. And I maybe that's the reason why we see this, right? Reminder: there's no official release date, even though people are saying, hey, it may, we're going to see that release on the 16th. If it does release on the 16th, then you don't have the sell the news type of thing, right? Um, so that's a way of kind of saving kind of the positions, Bone, Shib, Shibarium from being negatively impacted. So speculation is a good thing, but having an official release date, I've seen that play out in the worst ways, right? With Zom, right? Zom in the stock market, which is Zomedica, they they talked about their release of what's it called? I can't even think of it. I literally invested into it because of this hype, but there was hype behind it. If somebody can help me out, um, True Forma, I think it was. But anyways, they talked about the release of that and saying how it was going to come the 31st, and then it was having the build up that it was supposed to have, and it was great, right? The build up was fantastic, and they saw the price skyrocketing to a certain part or a certain place, and they released it early. When they released it early, all hell broke loose. I mean, it just dropped down very, very hard once it was released, which they were looking for a further buildup. And I don't know why the company decided to do that, because if they would have let it just release on the day it was supposed to release rather than give it to people early, you would have had your stock price at a way higher point because of it. But because of that release date and that shocking release date, right, it's something that completely tanked the whole entire thing, basically. And you saw a lot of shorts that were going through because once they release something like that, it kind of, I don't know, it shocks people. All right, we got about 1 minute. I'm not going to be going live only on Kick today because I don't have time. I have to take Hayden to daycare really quick, and then I will come back and upload like a golf video and also talk about AMC. I don't know if anybody has seen what has happened to AMC, but it's down about 33%. 33% in the pre-market because of the conversion here and what's happening with ape as well, and ape is up 26% in the pre-market. So people are looking for those gains and they're getting those gains. So we will see how that all happens. But guys, before I get out of here, before I finish this outro, if you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Get me up to 100 likes. That's my goal for today. So please do so. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, if you want to follow me on Patreon, that link is also down in the description. Also, if you want to check out my Amazon store, I have a store with like wallets, YouTube equipment, and a bunch of other stuff if you're interested. And this spinning thing that's right next to me, which is called like spinning sticks. But well, if AMC goes to zero, then it goes to zero. Yeah, I'll hold my shares. I still have 1,300 shares. It's just at way lesser value than what it was. So, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya.